Hello everyone, welcome to our spoken English classes. So in today's class, I would like to teach you the use of adjectives in spoken English. So adjectives means what? Adjectives are words that are used to describe a noun. So when we are using so many adjectives in our spoken English, in our everyday English, our English keeps improving. So you have to know the vocabulary. Okay, so that is what I am going to teach you today. So I am going to teach you spoken English, use of adjectives through simple grammar. Okay, now we will go to the example sentences. First you see here, it is a beautiful dress. So here beautiful becomes the adjective. Why? Because it is describing a dress. Then it is so it is not that you have to use only one adjective in your sentence. Sometimes when you are speaking, you may feel like telling more and more explanation about a dress or about a person or about a place. So when you are trying to explain more, you need more and more adjectives that will fit that sentence. So how to use that? There is an order in which you have to use those adjectives. Otherwise your English will not sound good. Okay. So here I have used two adjectives in the next sentence. Please observe it. It is a nice red dress. So what have I done here? I have told the quality of the dress including the color of the dress. So this should be the order. Okay. So that's what I want to teach you. I cannot tell it is a red nice dress. Okay. So grammatically it doesn't sound proper. Okay. So why does it not sound proper? Because you see here, this is the order in which you have to use the adjectives in your spoken English. What order is that? First you have to describe the quality. Okay, quality means what? Here it is, nice. Next sentence you see, horrible. Okay, so this represents the quality. Next is the age. Age in the sense whether it is old or modern, so that will represent the age. Next the size. Okay, round size, rectangular size, square size, whatever size you are describing comes next. Then comes the color, then comes the proper adjective. That means the adjective what you use in front of a noun. So this will be the order. So when you remember this order, you need not by heart it, but when you remember this order, you will be able to write correct sentences and your English will sound beautiful. See here, I don't like those, leave the first part. From here starts the adjectives. Horrible, yellow, curtains. Curtains is the noun here. Horrible, yellow. So here it is describing the quality. Next I am choosing yellow color. So this has to be in this way. I cannot say I don't like those yellow horrible curtains. So now do you know the difference? So why our English sometimes doesn't sound sweet? Okay, so here this, if the order is right, if you use the adjectives properly in a sentence, you can write proper English and you can speak nicely. So for this order, I am going to explain it further with the help of one or two examples. See, I am going to take this example. You can follow me when I write. You can take it down also. So I am trying to improve your written skills when I am trying to tell the spoken English class. See here, I admire, okay, that wonderful old big, okay, see how many adjectives I am using here. Brown, antique, okay, so many adjectives I am using. Antique wall clock, at my friend's house. See here, from here starts the adjectives. Wonderful is an adjective, old, big, antique, brown. So here, what I am trying to say is, first I have mentioned the quality. And what am I trying to describe here? I am trying to just describe a wall clock. Somebody is asking you, okay, so why do you like the wall clock at your friend's house? So you have to tell the importance. So you should not say it's a good wall clock. Okay. So if you say it only with one adjective, you are not trying to explain the meaning properly. So that's why I am trying to tell more and more adjectives to describe this wall clock. So how will you say? It's wonderful. Wonderful means it means the quality. So the quality comes first. Then you say the age. Age in the sense it's old. Okay. So it's not a modern wall clock. It's a old wall clock. Then I am telling the size of the wall clock. It's big. It's huge. These are words to describe the wall clock. Brown. Then again I am telling the color of the wall clock. Antique. So here antique becomes the proper adjective. Why? Because it comes just in front of the noun. Noun here is wall clock. I am describing with the use of a proper adjective. So I am adding additional information to this noun wall clock. So that is how you have to improve the words when you are speaking. So this is one method of improving your speaking skills. Okay. So another one example I have time to explain to you. See here, Panettone. Panettone is, okay, Panettone is a round Italian bread-like Christmas cake. Okay, so here I am telling Panettone is a round Italian bread-like Christmas cake. So here what is the order? First I am telling the shape of this dish. Okay, so this should be the order. Shape, it's a round. Okay, it's round. Then you will say the origin. Origin is, it comes from Italy. It's an Italian dish. Next I am telling the type. What type is it? It's a cake. What sort of cake it is? It's a bread-like Christmas cake. Okay, so what they bake during the Christmas season. So this should be the order. If you try to change this order, we are not going to learn perfect written and spoken English. Okay, so these two examples you can take it down and you can write this order for your remembrance. Next we will go to certain descriptions. Okay. Descriptions means what? Suppose if somebody asks you to describe persons, okay. So when you are describing persons, you should not be in want of vocabulary. That means you should have the right word to tell at the right place. That is what spoken English is all about. You should use the right vocabulary at the right place. So I will try to explain these words. Since we are doing adjectives today, so I will tell you right word to use for describing persons. Okay, so for example, if they ask how is your friend, okay, what sort of person is he? So what words come to you? We will start from the words that are known to you. Okay, so first how will you say he is a nice person? So these are words that will be useful in describing persons. He is a nice person and he is a kind person. Okay, so he is a kind person, kind, good-hearted person, friendly person. Okay, he is he is very friendly with us. So this is how you may describe persons. And then you can say he is a generous person. What is the meaning of generous? You can learn the meaning also. Generous means a person who donates more, a person who is not stingy. Okay, so a person who is helpful. You call that person as a generous person. Then you can have more words. You can say polite person. A polite person is a person who behaves very in a gentlemanly way. So he is a polite person. Then well-mannered person. So these are certain words I am taking for today's class to describe a person. Okay, so how is she? She is a nice girl. She is a kind person. She is very friendly with me. She is very generous. She is well mannered. Okay, I like her for her politeness. She is polite. He is polite. So this is how you may describe. So now the next what you can see, the opposites you can say. I don't like that person. Okay, so how do I say? He is mean. Okay, he is mean means he is not nice, he is not kind, he is mean, he is not at all friendly. Okay, so that sort of persons you say he is mean. And then you can say he is rude. What is the meaning of rude? Okay, so it is just opposite to kindness. Okay, so he is not kind means how is he? He is rude. He is not polite. So instead of saying he is not polite, you use the word he is not, he is rude. And then this word, stingy. A stingy person is a person who doesn't spend money at all. So this is exactly the opposite of generous. Okay, so this is the opposites what I am dealing here. Then next is impolite. So he is a polite person. She is very impolite. Okay, so these are the opposites. And then there are so many other things also. Suppose okay, we can talk about students. Okay, so as a teacher I am judging certain students means or not all students will have the same mentality. So I have to describe certain students. Okay, so how do I describe those students? I say he is smart. Okay, he or she is a smart student. Smart student means a person who is able to catch what the teacher says immediately. And then I can say intelligent. Okay, intelligent. I think these words are, you have heard these words, so I am not explaining the meaning, just we are going through the sentences. Okay, so he is smart. Smart comes for physical smartness also, if he looks good. Intelligent comes only for the when he is very clever. Okay, so along with intelligent comes the word clever. Clever means he is smart and intelligent. Okay, so then you can use the word wise. If you see, more or less all these words have similar meaning. He is intelligent, he is clever, he is smart. Okay, but you see there will be a slight difference always when you use. This word wise, you use for elders, for elderly person. Why? Because this comes from the word wisdom. Okay, so a 20-year-old I can say that girl or that student of mine is very intelligent. But for a 50-year-old, I will like to say, he or she is wise. Why? Because of experience. So this is where you have to learn the difference of how to use these words. You cannot say this man, okay, he is wise. He may be 50 years or 60 years. He is wise, you can say, okay, instead of saying smart or intelligent or clever. So the word wise is used along with the experience, okay. So then we will go to the opposite of this. Okay, so you can use the word dumb. Okay, these are negative meaning words. Dumb. Dumb means he is not smart. He is not that smart. He or she is not able to understand things easily. Then slow learner. I will call my student a slow learner. Slow learner means the student takes some time to grasp things. Okay, he or she is not able to grasp things immediately. So those sort of students I call as a slow learner. So these are some words. Okay, there are many words, but slowly we will go to the next level. These are some words which used to describe a person. Okay, whether he or she is intelligent or as a dumb or a slow learner. Next, I would like to tell some words related to feelings. Okay. Okay. Feelings. For example, I say impulsive. My friend is an impulsive person. Impulsive person means a person who doesn't think, okay, before doing anything, who acts immediately. What his mind says immediately, if he acts, that sort of person is called as a impulsive person. Then you can use this word, hot-headed. What is hot-headed? Hot-headed, a person who is not able to think clearly. Okay, so a lot of stress and tension in his or her mind. So hot-headed, always in a bad mood, in an angry mood. So those persons, that feeling you call as a hot-headed person. Then I'll go with simple words. Calm. Okay, he is calm. She is calm. Then sensible. Sensibility. Okay, sensible means for a particular situation, a person is able to think right. Okay, so to do things right. So those sort of persons you call as a sensible person. You can tell it for actions also. He did a sensible action. The government took a sensible effort. Okay, so like that you can go on. Then next you can say moody person. Okay, moody. What this comes from the word mood only. Moody person means he is not. His moods are always fluctuating. Okay, so that person you call as a moody person. Then next is I will teach you these words: introvert, extrovert. Okay, introvert, extrovert. Introvert means a person who doesn't mingle with others easily. Okay, so that sort of a person you call as an introvert. The exact opposite is extrovert, meaning is he is very friendly. Okay, so he casually moves around. He socializes, he or she socializes with people easily. They make friends easily. So that sort of a person you call as an extrovert. So these two are opposites. Then another word you can have easygoing. Easygoing means a person who doesn't think in a very what to say, in a very serious way, taking things cool. Okay, so that sort of a person is a easygoing person. So like this, the list can continue. You can say, I like that person. He is funny. Funny means what? He is able to maintain that sense of humor. Okay, funny characters, cartoon characters. There are many funny characters in cartoon. You just laugh without knowing why we are laughing. There is no logic behind that. So those description you call it as funny. Then another word is witty. See, there is a main difference between being funny and being witty. Being witty means you have the sense of humor, but that makes you think. Okay, so that is called as witty. Wit means there is some logic in what people say. Some people's sense of humor, it makes you laugh as well as it makes you think. So that is called as witty. But just you laugh for the moment, you don't think too much about it. That is called as funny. Then opposite to this, these words you can use for description. Arrogant. Arrogant means again we learned the word rude. It is a synonym, say similar meaning. Arrogant. He or she is very arrogant. Meaning is you cannot move friendly with that person. And then egoistic. Egoistic. See, this word egoistic comes from the word ego. Ego means what? Self-centered. You just think about yourself. So an egoistic person doesn't think about others.